Hi, sir. How are you?
Where are you? I'm not in space. Oh, Emotional support animal.
Emotional support animal.
I'm gonna put you
Don't
on.
pet.
You should be giving it 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 10 minutes. As a reminder, we're continuing to follow the CDC and DoD guidelines on COVID-19. No mask or social distancing is required for those who are fully vaccinated. However, for those who are not vaccinated, we ask that you still continue to wear a mask and maintain 6-foot distance from others. We encourage you to sanitize your hands often as well. There are hand sanitizer dispensers throughout the venue. Thank you. No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. You're reminded that only official photographers are permitted forward of the front row of the seats. Thank you.
Although it says to sit with the bit rate.
That's not everyone.
All right.
Reggie, what was the announcement?
Sir, 5 minutes.
My God, everybody got pretty quiet there now. Very well.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. Please turn off or silence all electronic devices. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Reggie Jamo, Deputy Commander of the Norfolk District. On behalf of Brigadier General Thomas Tickner, Commander of the North Atlantic Division, welcome to today's Change Command ceremony. This morning, we bid farewell to Colonel Patrick Kinsman and welcome Colonel Brian Hallberg. We're really glad you could join us here today, and it's really great to see you all here in person. I'd like to recognize several of our special guests attending today's ceremony. Chief Frank Adams of the Upper Mattaponi Tribe, Chief Earl Bass of the Nazman Tribe, Captain Retired Janet Lomax and Miss Diane Kaufman, representing Senator Tim Kaine's office, Mr. Drew Lumpkin, representing Senator Mark Warner's office, Miss Ann Phillips, Special Assistant to the Governor for Coastal Adaptation and Protection, the Honorable Kenneth Alexander, Mayor of Norfolk. With him is Dr. Larry Filer, Norfolk City Manager, and Mr. Doug Beaver, Chief Resilience Officer of Norfolk. The Honorable Bobby Dyer, Mayor of Virginia Beach, the Honorable Samuel Parham, Mayor of Petersburg, Mr. Albert Moore, Suffolk City Manager, Ms. Karen Baker, Director of Programs for the USACE North Atlantic Division, Captain Sam Stevens, Commander of Sector Virginia, United States Coast Guard, and Captain Jennifer Stockwell, Deputy Commander of Sector Virginia, United States Coast Guard. Captain Gordon Meek, Commanding Officer of NAVFAC Engineering Systems Command, Colonel Chesley Thigpen, Commander of the 733rd Mission Support Group, Joint Base Langley Eustis, Colonel Alan Heritage, Commander of the 633rd Mission Support Group, Joint Base Langley Eustis, Colonel Tom Austin, Director of Engineering at Arlington Cemetery. Also with him is Chief Jerome Bussey, Sergeant Major Patrick Thomas from the Office of Army Cemeteries, Ms. Kathy Vick, Chief Development and Government Affairs Officer for the Virginia Port Authority, Joining her from VPA are Mr. Andrew Sinclair, Director of Federal Government Affairs, and Mr. Kit Choate, Vice President of Sustainability. Captain Whiting Chisman, President of the Virginia Pilot Association. Rear Admiral, retired, Craig Quigley, Executive Director of the Hampton Roads Military and Federal Facilities Alliance. Mr. David White, President of the Virginia Maritime Association. Ms. Marjorie Mayfield Jackson, Executive Director of the Elizabeth River Project. Ms. Christy Everett, Hampton Roads Director of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. Ms. Sarah Hill, Director of the Dismal Swamp Welcome Center. Mr. Clyde Chrisman, Director of the Virginia Department of Conservation and Recreation. We also have Colonel Retired Dave Hanson, former Norfolk District Commander, and Colonel Retired Paul Hanson, also former District Commander. And I'd like to apologize. Sir, we also have letters of thank you and farewell and letters of welcome from Senators Kane and Senator Warner's office. From time immemorial, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victory over an enemy, to honor their heroes, to celebrate special occasions, or pay homage to their fallen comrades. These ceremonies add color and pageantry to military life. In the United States, the foundation of our present ceremonies was laid by the Continental Army. Today's ceremony is a reflection of procedures practiced since the dawn of our nation. Today's ceremony is derived from our Army's first manual of ceremonies, the Blue Book, written by General von Steuben. The ceremony that you're about to see includes arrival of the official party, honors to the nation, change of command, remarks, and the conclusion. We hope you enjoy this historic event. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Brigadier General Thomas Tickner. The music is provided by the Tradoc Band Brass Quintet from Fort Eustis under the direction of Sergeant Elliott. Please rise for the entrance of the official party. General Tickner has chosen to defer honors to Colonel Chisman for this ceremony. Please remain standing for our national anthem and the invocation given by the USACE Command Chaplain, Chaplain Jeffrey Bailey. Ladies and gentlemen, Chaplain Bailey.
Would you please join me in prayer? Almighty God, we are thankful for the opportunity to pause and celebrate the successful command of Colonel Patrick Chisman, his dedication to professionalism, integrity, and compassion that create a climate for the accomplishments of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Norfolk District. May you bless and continue to guide him and his family as they embark on continued service to community and nation in retirement. As Colonel Brian Hallberg assumes the mantle of leadership here today, may you continue to imbue him with the same wisdom, character, and integrity that brought him thus far as he builds upon the success of Colonel Chisman and addresses new and unique challenges for the Norfolk District. We also pause to give thanks for the team of professionals here within the Norfolk District. Their dedication to the mission and providing engineering solutions provides security, navigability, environmental sustainability, and expert engineering and environmental support to the Commonwealth of Virginia, its corresponding watersheds, and several Army-wide design, standardization, and oversight missions. May you continue to watch over them and use their skills, intelligence, and capabilities to bless and protect the Norfolk District. These things we pray in your holy and precious name. Amen.
Please be seated. A bouquet of red roses is being presented to Mrs. Elisa Kinsman by Ms. Sherry Coons, Chief of Small Business. On behalf of the soldiers, civilians, and families of the Norfolk District, in recognition of her support and contributions. Mr. David Page from PPMD is presenting a bouquet of yellow roses to Mrs. Sarah Hallberg and a single yellow rose to Colonel Hallberg's daughter, Elise, as a token of appreciation and to welcome them to the district. Mr. Edward Kirby, Office of Counsel, is presenting meals ready to eat to Colonel Kinsman's sons, Ethan, Seth, and Holden, symbolizing all the missed meals due to Colonel Kinsman's late nights at the office and time away on TDY trips. Ms. Sarah Bonson, Regulatory Branch, is presenting a Norfolk District coin to Colonel Hallberg's 3 children, Isaac, Chase, and Elise, as an official welcome to the district. The change of command is a simple, traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. Key to the ceremony is the passing of the unit's colors. These colors represent not only the lineage and honors of the unit, but also the loyalty and unity of its soldiers and civilians. The colors are the commander's symbol of authority, representing his responsibilities to the organization. Wherever the commander is, there also are the colors. Throughout history, commanders ensured their unit flags were carried by one of their most trusted officers. This practice was used in the United States Army until 1813, when the regulations were changed and the flag was entrusted to the color sergeants or sergeants major. District commanders select one of their most trusted civilian advisors to perform the honors. Today, Mike Darrow, our Deputy District Engineer, will have this honored role. The passing of the colors symbolizes the transfer of authority from the outgoing commander to the incoming commander. Because of the reverence the commanders feel towards the colors, they are kept over the left breast during the transfer. The passing of the colors demonstrates to the soldiers and civilians of the organization the old commander has passed the mantle of leadership to the new commander. With this, also passes the loyalty of the workforce to their new commander. By the authority of Army Regulation 600-20, paragraph 2-5, the undersigned assumes command of the Norfolk District, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, effective 8 July 2021, signed Brian Hallberg, Colonel, Engineers, Commanding. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Thomas Stickner, Commander of the North Atlantic Division.
Good morning, everybody. What a great day to be in Norfolk, even though there's a storm getting ready to barrel down on us as I have to make my way to Philadelphia later today. Leaders, distinguished guests, friends of the Norfolk District, welcome and thank you for joining us to recognize these 2 amazing leaders. Colonel Pat Kinsman, Colonel Brian Hallberg. I don't know about you, but for me, it's great to look out and see the public, our friends, our stakeholders here in a large audience with no mask, and we can see each other. How long the year has been. Before I get started on some remarks, I do want to clarify my uniform, because I had to clarify to some Navy brethren earlier today in the hotel where they thought I was from a different country. So Christians here from the German Navy, it was a Navy person that asked, it wasn't a German Navy person. So this is the new Army Green Service uniform from World War II era. And so that's what I'm wearing today, while Pat and Brian are in our traditional uniforms that are going to be faded out here shortly. So I want to take a moment to also acknowledge those who organized this event today. Ceremonies like this do not just happen. They take a lot of work, and thank you to everyone who worked tirelessly to put this great event together. And I know many of you will continue to work beyond us leaving today, and we still will have the lights on into the evening. Your efforts don't go unnoticed. Thank you. To those of you in the audience, whether here in person or many joining us virtually, I appreciate you taking time to attend. Time is the most precious resource we have, and your presence here today is a testament to the strong, meaningful relationships that Pat and the Norfolk District team has cultivated over the years. Now, because great leaders need great support to accomplish great things, I also wanted to recognize the many people who have supported the leaders we are honoring today. For Pat, the entire Norfolk District team and your valued stakeholders, including partners, contractors, and end users of projects that you deliver, many of them here in the room today. For Brian, the cadre and staff of the U.S. Army Engineer School, its partners across the world, and Fort Leonard Wood, and the generation of Army engineers who were shaped by your example, and the many more people that shaped both of these officers' careers. I must also now thank the Kinsman and Hallberg families. Pat and Lisa Kinsman, they've been married for 20 years, coming up in October. Congratulations, what a great milestone. I'm right behind you. But military families, they tend to judge time based on PCS moves. And so, although not moving geographically this time, it would be your 9th move, and a significant move for the family. Tomorrow, Major General Jeffrey Milhorn's going to have the privilege of officiating Pat's retirement ceremony, where he transitions from 28 years of serving to his next adventure, where he will no doubt continue to serve the nation. 28 years of service to the nation. That's no small thing. Not for Pat, and definitely not for the family. Would you please join me in a round of applause in honor of the family's sacrifice? So, Elisa, Pat says you have been and continue to be his biggest fan. You have fiercely supported him regardless of the assignment, being steadfast in your support to both him and the family. We thank you for that. And then we have Pat and Elisa's 3 sons. There's Ethan, high school senior, Holden, a junior, and then their youngest, Seth, in 6th grade. All 3 boys are active travel soccer players, with Ethan and Holden playing for the Great Bridge High School varsity soccer team, which ranked number 2 out of 10 this season for the Southeastern soccer standings. And I'm sure Seth will follow in his older brother's cleats in just a few more years. Young men, I want you to know and want you to thank you for supporting your dad. I'm equally convinced of his pride in you and your accomplishments, as I am that he will continue to rely upon each of you to keep him on his toes as he heads into retirement. So thank you for your love and your support for him. Now, Brian and Sarah Hallberg have spent the last 22 years together. This change marks their 8th move. As a dual military couple, you see, Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Hallberg is also an engineer officer who will be working at the NATO Allied Transformation Command at Norfolk Naval Base. And Sarah, Brian can't brag about you enough, but perhaps the most important of all your accomplishments is raising your family. and especially over the last year during the challenges of COVID, which many families, all families experienced. I think this mom and military professional deserves a round of applause for her service to the nation and dedication to the family. So Brian and Sarah's sons, Isaac joining us virtually, or soon to be watching virtually because he's busy at Boy Scout camp teaching there, and Chase have grown up emulating their parents' example of service. They are both actively involved in the Boy Scouts. Not only will Isaac be a high school senior this year, but he just earned his Eagle Scout rank. Well done. Their daughter, Elise, will be in the first grade and is looking forward to getting back to her love of gymnastics and dance once things open up after COVID. Isaac, Chase, and Elise, you are what makes your dad so strong. And I know this because I'm a dad too. Your love and support have kept both your parents serving and doing great things for our country. Neither of these great commanders would have achieved their successes without the love and support of their families and the passion and dedicated of the workforce. Many of you here today and many family members watching virtually. The privilege of command is one grounded in the elements of authority and responsibility. What you have witnessed here today is the transfer of those authorities and responsibilities from Pat to Brian. The change of command is a time-honored tradition. It serves to ensure that a unit and its personnel are never without official leadership. The ceremony signifies a continuity of trust. It also signifies an allegiance of a unit's members to their commander and a commander's esteem for their unit's members. Allow me to explain some of the key symbolic elements that make up this solemn tradition. First, the formal transfer of authority, a written order which officially assigns a new leader to take charge, ensuring the district and its workforce are never without leadership. Second, the passing of the colors, which symbolizes the transfer of responsibility and authority from one commander to another. The flag represents the weight of accountability for everything that happens or fails to happen on a commander's watch. Brian, when you held that flag, it represents the weight of all your missions and the team's aspirations and its safety. And all that rests on your shoulders. It's a heavy, heavy burden. Third, the transfer of allegiance. From the outgoing commander to the incoming commander is bittersweet. The district must remain focused on the mission. You will miss Colonel Kinsman, but you will adapt and thrive despite this change. Respecting the role of Colonel Hallberg must play in the district's success. Next, the continuity of the mission. Transitions bring uncertainty and the potential loss of momentum, but they can also bring about innovation, new perspectives, and renewed enthusiasm. Both commanders were chosen for their demonstrated leadership, ensuring that momentum is sustained as the district moves forward. Finally, the command of the district goes beyond accountability for projects, people, and money. It's about innovation at the ground level, developing future leaders, serving as a first line of defense, the guardians, if you will, of USACE's world-class reputation. Pat Kinsman, Brian Holberg are proven agents of credibility, leaders who have developed solutions for the nation's toughest challenges while taking care of their people. For 3 years, Pat Kinsman has held the watch in Norfolk, and I have had the privilege of being his commander since I took command of the North Atlantic Division last July. When I first met Pat, I recognized his strengths for 3 things jumped out at me: candidness, passion, and his enthusiasm. And Pat, sometimes that candidness was very, very blunt, but thank you very much. And I continue to be impressed with all that you've done to lead your teammates at Norfolk District to deliver projects that directly benefit the surrounding communities, the Commonwealth of Virginia, other states, and the nation. Your leadership expertise added to the district's stellar reputation of delivering on some of our most challenging projects. Under your guidance, the team completed the New York Anchorage feasibility study in 2 years instead of the normal 3. The complicated Norfolk Coastal Storm Risk Management Study, a project now well into engineering and design, and once complete, is estimated to save the city around $122 million in damage reduction. And the 3 feasibility studies that Norfolk has shouldered in support of its sister district, the Jacksonville district, all are on track for completion this fall. All complex studies, all completed or to be completed within our framework of 3 years, $3 million, and with 3 levels of review. Excellent work, Pat. Working with the leaders from the Hampton Roads area and Commonwealth, you coordinated closely with the Virginia Ports Authority to deepen and expand Norfolk's harbor's shipping channels, which will improve navigation and energize the national, state, and local economies. A spokesperson for the Port Authority said, "The Port of Virginia will become the deepest and safest port on the East Coast because of all this work." I'm also impressed with you and your team's direct support to Arlington National Cemetery. Your direct leadership on the Southern Expansion Project will benefit veterans for years to come. Being a commander during COVID meant not only answering the call to support FEMA's mission to create alternate care facilities across the nation, but to also keep a especially close eye on the morale and welfare of your team. You led the district in supporting the Commonwealth's request to assess more than 80 different facilities for the potential to serve as alternate care sites, more than any other district in the division. And you transformed district workspace to accommodate the unique needs of the COVID environment, creating more areas for employee collaboration, as well as space within the district building to accommodate gyms for military and civilian use. Pat, as you look toward your future, please know how grateful we are at your steadfast dedication to our mission success. Know that we will miss you, and know that we will miss working with, and I know you will miss working with your great teammates here in Norfolk District. The good news is you're not going too far. You're staying right here in Hampton Roads, at least until Ethan and Holden graduate high school. So feel free to pop in and say hello from time to time if your responsibilities at Fort Living Room or your backyard improvement projects aren't too taxing. But thank you for everything you've done for us and for your 28 years of service to the nation. While the Kinsmans are moving on, we are bringing in an amazing command team to take their place. Colonel Brian and Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Holberg, coming from the U.S. Army Engineer School at Fort Leonard Wood. Brian has served as an assistant commandant at the Engineer School since July of last year. In this role, he helped lead the engineer redesign to transform support from brigade combat teams to divisions as the unit of action. He also developed cadet diversity outreach initiatives to improve the cadet recruiting process. Brian came in early to meet the Norfolk team right after he was notified of this command assignment and has been involved ever since. Your transition with Pat has no doubt allowed you to meet your tremendous team of professionals who are eager to continue the drive toward the district's goal of improving quality of life for soldiers, airmen, sailors, and Marines. As you take the baton from Pat, I look forward to running with you as we stay the course of commitment to developing relationships with the district stakeholders and driving change to achieve each project's objective for the nation. And in your downtime, I hear there's lots of great opportunities for boating, fishing, hunting, golf. Keep me in mind for golf. And in the Hampton, all here, right here in the Hampton Roads area. It's a great place to live and work. And you're the right leader at the right place at the right time. Serving as a commander is tough and an important job. Being selected as the commander of a district doesn't happen by accident. It requires a highly motivated, agile leader to manage the tremendous volume of day-to-day business and facilitate the long-term success of great organizations. The right candidate is a strategist, an advisor, and a doer. Colonel Pat Kinsman, Colonel Brian Holberg, you have proven time after time that you are the right leaders for the toughest jobs. Brian, I'm excited to see what you will accomplish in service to others in your new assignment. And Pat, I wish you all the best for this next phase of your life and service. To the members of the Norfolk District team, thank you for everything you do each day, delivering projects and programs on time, within budget for our stakeholders. I trust under Colonel Brian Holberg's command, you will continue to engineer solutions to the toughest challenges facing the Commonwealth of Virginia and the nation. Thank you, partners, guests, once again for celebrating with us today and working alongside us to achieve our mission. Essayons, building strong, Army strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Patrick Kinsman.
Sir, they actually called and they're going to extend me for 2 years. Is that, So Team Norfolk District, you may have remember how I started, but let me just say, after 3 tremendous years, I absolutely trust you. I believe in you and our important mission now more than ever. And finally, it's been an incredible honor for me to serve alongside each and every one of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you've done and for all that you will continue to do as this district maintains its focus on delivering our mission. To the numerous distinguished guests that are joining us today, in person, online, I want to thank you for carving out time in your busy schedules to help us celebrate and really recognize the accomplishments of the district. Thank you. To Chaplain Bailey and members of the band, your inspiring words and your musical notes are helping everybody make this ceremony just a bit more memorable for all of us. As General Tickner said, this ceremony doesn't happen by accident, but to our support staff, they've done an incredible job planning and executing a job well done. Oh, by the way, there's one tomorrow too, so let's just keep that in mind. To all of my teammates here in the Norfolk District, thank you for making time to help us celebrate this command transition from 59 to 60, which I believe is really just one small part of this district's long and storied 142-year legacy supporting Hampton Roads, the Commonwealth of Virginia, and our great nation. I'll start my remarks with this. I'm tremendously blessed with a wonderful and supportive family. Elisa has had my back for a long, long time, as you heard from General Tickner in this interesting, crazy Army adventure. We've been married, and just a bit of past history, but to articulate, we've been married less than 3 years. We had a 9-month-old son. Ethan is almost 18 today, and I surprised Elisa, not with a trip to the beach for vacation, but with the fact that I wanted to deploy and do my part in Afghanistan. And my subsequent 6 months with the Afghanistan Engineer District, while it felt like an eternity back then, frankly, now it seems almost a little short, because with 31 total months deployed for me, and many have deployed more than that, of course, with numerous other training nights away from home, the Norfolk tour here was certainly not a deployment, but it has definitely had its share of road travel away from home. And I'm indebted to Elisa for keeping the home fires burning, raising our boys. Babe, I love you more and more each day. And thanks for continuing to support me in this wonderful Army adventure. The best is yet to come. To my young men, Ethan, Holden, and Seth, you're doing a great job. I saw the reaction with the meals ready to eat. You nailed it. I still try every day to set a great example for you and be the best father I can be. I love you absolutely. If there's one thing I want you to have and know from all of my strengths and all my weaknesses, that would be to have an attitude of gratitude, to be thankful for each day and the opportunity it brings. And I know you will reach a point when you can be thankful for even the most challenging days, as those are the ones that will truly make you stronger. General Tickner, sir, it's been an honor to serve under your leadership over the past year. The North Atlantic Division is absolutely doing great in a demanding and growing mission, and I appreciate truly your trust in me and Team Norfolk on some of the most challenging missions that the Corps is tackling. I tried my very best to ensure that given your wide range of responsibilities throughout the Northeast, in Europe, and in Africa, that you didn't have to worry about the Norfolk District. It truly has been my honor, and I wish you Godspeed in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, I assumed command 3 years ago as the 59th commander of this great district. I was immediately inspired by the breadth of the mission, our dynamic military and civil works program, our strong working relationship with our many stakeholders, and as a new commander, it was all exciting, challenging, and rewarding all at once. And even though I've been in the Corps for a previous 2 years, I learned pretty quickly that I had even more to learn, in particular about our civil works mission, Susan Layton. An inside district joke that many of the district employees know is that, and it's the truth, I called myself a rookie commander for the first 2 years. rookie. I'm a rookie, and I did that for a purpose, and it was really focused on effective communication. Having served previously as the Secretary of Defense Corporate Fellow in the tech world, I saw firsthand that they have their own unique language, and so does the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. So to reinforce to my team that we need to speak in plain language, I would literally say, guys, I'm a rookie. Put it in plain language that both I and our stakeholders can understand. Yes, I was inspired by the breadth of our mission. I still am today. But as time passed in that first year and I learned even more about how and what we deliver as an organization, I became even more inspired by you, the men and women of this district and our wonderful stakeholders and mission partners that we work with day in and day out to get the job done. To my Norfolk teammates, I'm inspired by your selfless service, your desire to deliver on our mission, the late nights, the weekend work, supporting our disaster response mission, and the guys who are working late nights this past 4th of July weekend on a very important mission and planned project for the Army. Team, you went the distance, always making it happen, and yes, ensuring that we were managing risk, Sheriff Frommey, and always working within our authorities given to us in law, Tom Emmer. To our great stakeholders, military and civilian alike, we have worked hard every day to earn your trust, communicate effectively, and get the job done. But it wasn't just simply getting the job done. We were looking for ways to do it better in the future, looking for ways to make the change. It's easy to say, it's a lot harder to actually do. I told our employees that we owe the very best service to every one of our stakeholders, as well as to members of the public. I definitely wanted us to make strides in our ability to deliver and communicate effectively. An African proverb says that if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And my desire was absolutely to go far together. That's not flashy, look at me type leadership, but rather it's sound, consistent, effective leadership that ensures organizational alignment, that builds the team every single day. And so 3 years ago, shortly after I assumed this honored command, we revised our organizational vision. Who we are today as dedicated public servants revolutionizing the delivery of engineering solutions to our nation's toughest challenges. In a city that's at risk like Norfolk, that's the challenge. We clarified our why, which is making our communities, our commonwealth, and our nation a better place to work and live. My strategy was to trust, empower, and expect the very best, and team, you delivered. I made it clear that we needed to adapt our organization to the 21st century, that static organizations risk irrelevance, and you responded with 6 major reorganizations in the last 3 years to gain efficiencies to adapt and change our team for the future. And there's one more in the works. It's not the one I signed this morning. It's a different one. My strategy was also that was for Laura, actually. My strategy was to cultivate a workplace that people wanted to be in, a workplace culture that values all teammates, that ensures everyone is treated with dignity and respect. That's the standard. If Bill Lindsay's watching out there, that is the standard. And one where teammates take care of each other through life's ups and downs. I believe that everyone has a role to play, from janitor to general, that all roles are important for the team to be able to function at a high level of performance. And with that thought in mind, I'd like to introduce you to 2 of my teammates. Mr. Bernard Butts and Mr. Thomas Junie Washington are seated over here. Bernard has been a Norfolk employee for 40 years, and Junie has served with us for only 36 years. Both individuals will do anything asked to help the district, including weekend, late night work, and they, along with the majority of the rest of our logistics staff, didn't miss a beat and worked mostly right through the entire pandemic, where they both were instrumental in sanitizing high traffic areas and commonly touched surfaces. Janitor to general, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Bernard Butts and Junie Washington. Please join me in a round of applause.
Thank you.
In the last 2 years, the U.S. Army has formalized their People First strategy and made people their #1 priority. It's absolutely fantastic. And with only a very small dose of sarcasm, sir, I would say that many of us do that for quite some time. People have always been the Army's #1 priority. It's not about equipment or weapon systems. It's about soldiers and Army civilians leading others to accomplish the mission. The last part of my strategy was to reinforce and build upon our already great culture. And we did so by creating Norfolk District Guiding Principles. And thank you to our Leadership Development Program candidates who played a large role in selecting and refining those guiding principles. I also tried to communicate clearly on my view of our changing operating environment that demands greater use of data and decision-making, leveraging software for connectivity, and seeking always to reinforce that everyone in the district needs to be willing to change to operate even more effectively and truly as one district team. Mike Darrow. I expect the district to sustain its momentum, to meet the highest of standards and continue to deliver. We can sustain the momentum. But that momentum depends absolutely on every one of our great employees of this district. It depends on your efforts as individuals, small office groups, sections, and branches. And it depends on your ability to deliver as a team working collaboratively now in an even more complex hybrid work environment. It's up to you. Doing what we've always done doesn't cut it. With a growing program and high-profile work at nearly all of the installations we support, we need to continue to operate in a manner so that we win future business from every mission partner and stakeholder that we are working with and for. But our employees already know this because we've talked about it. And I'm convinced that they will continue to embrace the opportunities of the future, make the changes that are needed, and deliver on our program. And that's where the 60th Commander comes in, Colonel Brian Hallberg. He's absolutely the right officer to lead this program into the future. We've had some great discussions over the last couple of weeks about the past and opportunities for the future. And I know he will take this organization to even greater heights. Brian, you've hit the jackpot, man. Team Norfolk is the place to be. I've enjoyed our transition immensely and wish you, Sarah, Isaac, and Chase, and Elise the very, very best. You're going to love it. So before I sign off, some thank yous are in order. Again, my heartfelt thanks to the team that helped plan this ceremony. Reggie, Matt, Mark, Jamaica, Sarah, Tamiko, Chuck, Ben, Eric, Andy, and many, many more. Thank you for a job well done. A special thanks to my teammates watching and working today from our Norfolk field offices across the Commonwealth of Virginia. While you are away from the proverbial flagpole, which I pointed to the camera there, you are absolutely not forgotten. So to those of you at Gathright Dam, Defense Supply Center Richmond, Eustis Langley, Great Bridge, Fort Lee, AP Hill, and last but certainly not least, those teammates that are up at Arlington National Cemetery helping the Army recognize our fallen comrades for a grateful nation. To all of you, I say thank you for what you've done and best wishes. To my executive staff, teammates, past and present, that helped me operate and run this district. Mike, Cheryl, Tom, Keith, Greg, Bob, Laura, Ava, Matt, and Katya. Thanks for your hard work and collaboration over the last 3 years. I've enjoyed it immensely. Can we fit in another offsite duck real quick? No, okay. I guess time has run out. I truly remain impressed with your professionalism, your hard work, and commitment to the organization. Thank you for the daily example you set for our entire team. I wish you the very best. And lastly, to the front office team, Jamaica, Denise, Sarah, Tamiko, Alex, Reggie, thanks for keeping me squared away, coffeeed up, pointed in the right direction over these last 3 years. Job well done. And I know you will give Colonel Hallberg your best as well. The cat's out of the bag. As many of you know now, I will retire tomorrow from the military in a small private ceremony. With over 28 years in the Army, 3 overseas moves, 31 months again of deployments, And now with the last 5 being in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, it has been a tremendously rewarding military career, a true adventure. And I'm immensely proud of my service. But it's never been about me. It's been about the great soldiers and civilians that I've been honored to serve alongside. And for all the things that I've done, all the places that I've lived, the people are what I will remember most. Without going into some unique challenges in the past, I just want to say thanks to everyone for making this the final assignment for me, one of the very best of my career. I'm indebted to you. I wish you all Godspeed, best wishes for future endeavors, and I definitely look forward to when our paths cross again. Essayons, building strong, Army strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Brian Hallberg, Commander of the Norfolk District.
Wow, what a great day to be an engineer. I'm excited to be here. And before I get into my prepared remarks, how about a round of applause for the TRADOC band over there? They came all the way down here from USACE. And thank y'all for making this a special day. And then to make sure I engage with those out in the virtual world, because it's easy for everyone here in the room, but I want to thank everyone for attending, my friends, mentors, other employees out there in the district, and the other part of my family. So my dad is out there, my stepmom and my grandmother. I got aunts and uncles as well. So hey, thanks for being part of this special day for us. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I'm aware that I'm the new guy, so I got to keep this short. So I would like to thank, both of my commanders, both Lieutenant General Spellman, who's at USACE headquarters, and Brigadier General Tickner, who's here today officiating, for placing trust and confidence in me to lead this great organization. It's really an honor and a privilege to serve this district and the nation. So today I want to share a message about people. That's what's most important today and every day. And it's people that enable the Norfolk District to deliver the civil works, military, and interagency construction, and our environmental and disaster response programs that serve the communities within the Commonwealth of Virginia and the nation. With that in mind, there are 3 groups of people that I'd like to recognize today. That includes my family, and my family means a lot to me, so if I choke up a little bit, I'm sorry. Team Norfolk, and our district partners, many of which are here present today. First to my family, my best friend and lovely wife, Sarah, my sons, Isaac and Chase, my beautiful and crazy daughter, Elise, and to my very supportive mother, Marie, who's here today. I dragged you all to Virginia kicking and screaming, and that's really a joke. They are so happy to be here. I know you're happy to be. We had a great time at Fort Leonard, but we're happy to be here in Virginia. And so we're here now. It's a great opportunity for all of us to enjoy our time here and succeed in our mission. So I thank you for your teamwork and support to make this dual military family functional. I love you all. Next, I'm humbled and honored to join Team Norfolk. The team that I'm joining are a group of professionals that continuously improve processes and deliver engineering solutions to tough engineering problems. I ask the district employees to continue to be great teammates and look out for one another while delivering your programs on time, on budget, and safely. I promise to provide a great command climate to all of you so that you can thrive, and I will drive change so that you can succeed in your missions. Lastly, I look forward to continuing the great relationships that Colonel Kinsman fostered over the last 3 years with our federal and non-federal sponsors. There are so many stakeholders and projects within the district's portfolio to list. And look, I really don't want to make the mistake of unintentionally excluding anyone, so I won't list them here. But I will say that to our district stakeholders that I intend for this transition to be transparent to you. We're trading spaces, the faces in this command, but we have a great group of dedicated public servants here at Team Norfolk that will continue to deliver the program for each of your projects. In closing, I do want to thank Colonel Pat Kinsman for his partnership in this transition. He welcomed me inside the circle of trust a year ago. We've spent several weeks together where he opened the castle windows and the doors and let the drawbridge down and let me into the castle walls to see the greatness that happens inside of Team Norfolk. And so thank you for doing that, Pat. You've been an awesome teammate and friend throughout. Congratulations to you and Elisa and your 3 boys on your successful command and your retirement. Thank you for your service to our nation, Pat. It's the people that make this command great. My family and I look forward to meeting and working with all the district employees and our partners. SAONs, we will succeed, building strong, Army strong. I'm signing in. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of the Engineer Song and the Army Song. The words are located on the back of your program. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in position until the official party departs. On behalf of the Commander of the North Atlantic Division, we wish to thank you for your attendance at today's change in command ceremony. Colonel Kinsman and his family will receive friends and well-wishers to the right of the stage. Colonel Hallberg and his family will host a reception in the rotunda directly following the ceremony. Thank you again for joining us in this historic occasion. SAONs, building strong, Army strong.
I'm gonna cut the stage now. You want to get the mic? Oh, there he is. He's
Diane, how you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. Hip hip hurrah.